Welcome back to the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports. Before the break, we were talking about a gender reveal gone wrong. Thankfully, not terribly wrong. I have a transitional story into Florida Man Friday. So transitioning, segueing, if you will, from gender reveal to Florida Man, because I did find one story where a Florida couple used their pet alligator for their gender reveal. Nothing went wrong. This went fine, but it was they're a blended family. This was their 10th child, and they used their pet alligator, whose name is Amos, for the alligator chomped down on the balloon, and pink came out. So
you could easily. That's another way to lose a couple of kids.
Yeah, we were going to be a family of 12, but
yeah.
So
ate a couple of them.
So, Florida Man, pet alligator seemed like a good transition to Florida Man.
And I'm not condoning alligators eating your kids, okay? Just making sure we don't want any write-in campaigns that I'm thinking about trying to get alligators to eat kids. Just want that to be known.
Just the balloon, just the chomping down on the black balloon to reveal the pink that was in there.
All right.
Anyway, Florida Man, I recently discovered that there is a Florida Man birthday generator. So you can type in your birthday and find out the crazy Florida man or woman stories that happened on your birthday. So Tate, we're going with your birthday today.
Oh, snap.
I typed it in.
Okay.
This story is from 2020.
The Florida Man story generator. That's
Florida
weird.
Man story. What happened in Florida on your birthday? So a Florida man committed several crimes and brought a child with him while doing so. The incident took place in Polk County, Florida. The Florida man committed several different crimes, and while committing them, he brought a child with him. After the man was caught, he said he didn't want the boy to be, quote, soft, and brought him with to be a, quote, tough man. The Polk County Sheriff's Office caught a Florida man who committed several different crimes. When they were investigated, it was noticed that he had always brought an 8-year-old boy with him. While committing those crimes, the sheriff's office said Ernest McKnight III, 36, committed his first crime on November 7th. Sheriff's deputies said the crime on November 7th was car theft. McKnight stole a red Hyundai parked in Lake Wakes, and then McKnight took advantage of the car owner's momentary distraction to commit the theft. The owner of the car was inspecting construction at the time. Then McKnight committed the second crime. He was scouring a Chevrolet HHR near Country Road 653. The owner of the car was walking his dog at the time. The man noticed McKnight and then tried to catch him. However, McKnight fled the scene in the red Hyundai he had stolen earlier, so that came in handy. About 5 hours after his second crime, McKnight committed his third crime. He tried to steal something from the front porch of a house. The landlord told McKnight to return what he had stolen, but McKnight paid little attention. Instead, he shouted, "They're mine now!" and got into the stolen car and drove away from the area. Sheriff's deputies caught McKnight on the same day. In Lake Wales, the police wanted to stop him for a routine traffic stop. McKnight did not comply with this decision and began to run away. He managed to escape from the police who were following him. However, he could not escape from them from the police helicopter that followed him in the air. A detective asked McKnight why he had an 8-year-old boy with him when he committed the crimes, and again, McKnight said he didn't want the boy to be a soft person, and he brought him along to turn him into a stronger person. Sheriff's deputies took the 8-year-old boy to his family. No relationship of the child or family to McKnight has been identified. So not sure who this kid is, or just some random kid that McKnight picked up to turn him into a tougher person. So he has been charged, of course, and the child has been returned. But there you go. Your birthday, Florida man, crimes free with a kid.
I understand.
You understand?
All right. I got questions here for you.
For me.
Miss Sarah.
Yes.
Let's say a guy, he works at Microsoft.
Okay.
Or let's say he works at Tesla.
Okay.
And he takes his little cyber truck to the Tesla job. He's an engineer at Tesla, and he takes little Jimmy with him to Tesla, and it's take your kid to work day. Why is that okay, but he can't take his kid to work day?
This wasn't his kid. He just took a kid to work day.
Whoa. That 8-year-old wasn't related to him?
No relationship of the child or family to McKnight has been
Oh,
identified.
hell no. I didn't know. Okay.
We don't know.
Wait a minute. I didn't know that. Okay. That's a whole different. That's Florida man primo now. I did not
It
realize.
doesn't say that it doesn't indicate that he kidnapped this child to bring it along.
Oh, hell.
We assume he knew the kid, maybe a neighbor, maybe it's a nephew. We don't know, but no relationship has been identified. It's not his son. It's not something.
Oh, hell. See, wait a minute. Okay. You know what, America? It's on. This one's on me. My brother wasn't paying attention. I thought my man was just taking his kid to work. His just so happened his profession is being a thief. So he's like, we need to teach little Jimmy how to be a thief. I didn't know he was just picking up random little kids and like, you know what? I got a little bank heist going down. Come here, little junior. No, I didn't know that. That's a whole different level there. You're just borrowing kids and taking them on capers with you. I didn't. Ooh, that is Florida. That's Florida man. That's
Teaching them about grand theft auto and porch piracy.
He's just going around just toughening up kids all around the neighborhood. Then
It's his public service.
you know what? Wow, I did not realize. I apparently I'm going through. I'm listening to this, and I'm like, he's just taking his kid. This is take his kid to work day. You would not, using that same scenario, if you're an engineer at Tesla, you don't go pick up a random kid and just take him to Tesla. I would have a problem with that too.
Stop by the local elementary school.
You can't be a GE employee and just randomly grab a kid and take them to work with you. There's problems there. This is why meth is bad, fentanyl is bad. All these drugs are bad. Don't do drugs because you end up taking somebody's kid to work, and if you're doing drugs, most likely you don't even have a cool job. You over there stealing. You're a porch bandit.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason the part that made me laugh was when he yelled, "They're mine now!" Like you could, he sounds like a cartoon villain, and then he runs away.
This story means it hits a little differently once I realized it wasn't his kid.
Yeah.
That hits really different. That he wasn't even. It was. Man, I hope he knows those kids because that dude's going away. He's just randomly picking up kids like, yeah, hey, little softy over there, and little kids licking on ice cream. Like, come with me. You need to get tougher in life. No, I did not realize this dude is just randomly picking up kids.
Randomly picking up kids. Yep.
That's different. That is really different. You know what? There's this thing. I grew up in the Northeast, but my dad was from the South. And every year we'd spend the summer in the South. I spent a lot of time in that Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia area. And then later on, I spent time in Florida and Louisiana. What is it about the men in that area? They're so concerned about their kid being soft. I want him to be a man. It's all right. I want him to toughen him up. I don't understand that, but that is a thing in the South that I never understood. And it's like, if I take him on the bank heist, that'll be enough to get him, toughen him up enough.
I grew up in Montana, and there's a similar mentality of, you want tough men, but it's more hunting, fishing, those sorts of things, not bank heists.
And yeah, what is pulling a bass out the water? A pound and a half bass, that's gonna toughen him up.
Well, if that's the case, then I should be a pretty okay man because my dad took me fishing and camping, and
that is a mentality though from those areas where it is important that their kid is toughened up. It makes no sense because none of these, like looking at this dude. We're going to forget about that wasn't his kid he was taking with him. What about, hey, I'm going to go steal some packages off the porch? That's going to, how is that going to make him tougher?
Right.
Hey, we're going to carjack a fool. How does that make you tougher? None of those things truly make you tougher. It just shows kind of a dumbass mentality a little bit, if anything.
And even if it does make you tougher, it doesn't make you a better person. Like you're not kind to animals and people, or I don't know, whatever your definition of becoming a better person is.
All that does, when you look at this dude and you're like, this is gonna make you tougher. No, it's just gonna teach your kid how to be a crook and a thief. So he ends up going to prison where he's gonna get beaten up anyway. So is that what's like? Eventually, it's a process. They're playing 3D chess. They're like 4 moves ahead. Well, we're gonna get him going down the wrong path, so he ends up in prison where he's gonna have to fight more, and then eventually he's gonna be tough, but he has no future. So it's gonna be over. I don't understand this whole mentality about making kids tougher.
I'm wondering, from little Jimmy's perspective, what his thoughts on the day were. Did he just think he was out on an adventure with his uncle / friend / random dude who picked him up?
Okay, if you're a little kid, a little 8-year-old, and you're going out and you're doing some bad things with your old neighbor, it is kind of cool. Like, he's like, wow, he went over there and just took the package. Or the kids know right or wrong.
He stole a car first, so he was probably giggling about took somebody's car.
I've been looking at that car across the street for a week, and now it's like I'm riding in this bad boy.
They stole a Hyundai, so it's not like it was anything terribly exciting.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to go into car thievery, don't steal Hyundais. Don't steal a Prius. Get you something you couldn't buy on your own.
And if you steal a Prius, make sure it has a charge.
You know what? That is nothing worse than that. You done stole a Prius that's low on battery juice. You can't even get away. That sounds horrible.
That sounds like a Florida man.
All right, we're going to end this on this one right here.
Okay, that's our PSA for the day. Don't steal a Prius with a dead battery. Oh, don't steal any car with a dead battery, but don't steal a Prius that's low on charge.
No, go ahead, y'all make sure it's just fully charged. Y'all do y'all thing.
Thank you for tuning in to the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports. We very much appreciate you. Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow the podcast. Also, write us a positive review. That really does help us out, and we appreciate it so much. You can also follow the podcast on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Twitter. TikTok. I said X, then I said Twitter. Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok for more content and updates. In the meantime, we hope that you are having a wonderful rest of your day.
Florida man.
I don't want to go to work. Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to